All right, everyone, here we go with an energy weather update to kick the week off. I thought, why not, right? I like to do these on Mondays when I can. I had to double check to see if it's Monday or not. Everything's kind of blending together this time of year. I'll tell you, here, the surface energy. What's the energetic weather going on around us right now? What is the environmental energy we all have to breathe? Well, for me out here, weather-wise, it feels like spring. I don't understand. It's got the smell in the air. It's weird, like it's going to rain or something. Very strange. And then later today, they say it's going to be like the desert. Well, that's kind of what's going on here. We got sort of a quick change thing happening. All right. I start my morning with humid weather. I end my day out in the arid desert. Right here, I've got this sort of energy of the just on the surface here, just a surface read. The Page of Wands crossed by the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Magician, with the Ten of Pentacles and a Nine of Cups. Right? And the Six of Swords. It's not really part of it, but I'll just show it to you because it kind of fits. What is all this? These energies, when they blend together, can kind of mean a couple of main things. One, either what you want is changing. In other words, what you used to want, you find that you don't want anymore, and you're not sure if you like that. So there's sort of an undertone of you're not sure if that's what your wish is. And there's also an energy here of you could feel something new is coming, but you're not sure if you want it. So in other words, change is coming for you or you're coming for it. Either way, there's a little bit of uncertainty in there. All right? You're not sure whether it is your Nine Cups wish or not. I don't know. We'll see. Try to approach the world like a 4-year-old in a Batman costume. I mean, really, that's the best thing I can tell you in this energy. This is a good energy. It's a good week of energy to assume the worst, to plan for the worst case scenario. Allow yourself to go and drift off into la-la land. I think about the worst possible thing that might go, that could go wrong because that change is coming one way or another. Either you want it or it wants you. Okay? So odds are that's not going to be the case. It seems like it's very nice energy to me. Those are nice cards. So again, try not to, what did I say in the extended for the Venus reading the other day in the title? I said something about don't make little geckos into giant fucking fire-breathing dragons. Be careful about that. All right. But go ahead. Think about it. That way you'll be pleasantly surprised if the worst case scenario doesn't happen. If you're not sure if it's you're safe in this energy, obviously make your own decisions, but you're safe in this energy to see if it is your Nine of Cups. Let it play out, I guess would be my advice. Based on the surface energy there. We're going to go deeper right now with 3 cards and a bottom card. I'll tell you it's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Again, I'm pulling on the energies that are around right now, but it depends where you are in your timeline, right? If you got a mile marker on the freeway, mile marker 50, right? It's there. I'm pulling on mile marker 50, but your car is way down the road because you've been going slow. You've been making weird decisions, veering off and off your path of destiny and all that kind of stuff. Other people going faster, right? I mean, it is what it is. The mile marker's there. You might get to it at a different time than other people. Keep that in mind. It's a good analogy. It's a good way to look at it. It's simplistic, but why overcomplicate things, right? All right, let's go. All right. Three decades later, here we go. We're done. All right. There's our shuffle. The Queen of Swords. Oh my God. She's been there at the bottom a few times, I've noticed. Okay. Well, that's the environmental energy around the baseline energy. So the base energy is the center card that I'm going to pull that's around us right now. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. The Five of Cups. The Nine of Cups. It's nice. See, it's nice energy, but you're not sure. You're not sure if it's you might. I'm not saying you are. You got free will decisions. You're all behaving the way you want to behave. But there's something about these frequencies of energies when they blend, that it has kind of a sour feel to it. If you want to think of it like a recipe, right? Put a bunch of ingredients together. I made you a nice sugar cookie. It's delicious sugar cookie. You shouldn't react this way. But you might, if you think it's a nice sugar cookie and I included some cranberry in it. I mixed it in so it's got some sour element that you're not expecting. There's some sort of element here of the unexpected. All right, and you're worried about the unexpected. The best thing you can do in this energy is not have expectations. Okay, No. Oh, it's Steve says the energy is great. It feels, yeah, I see there's an approaching energy, or I'm approaching an energy, but I think it's all going to go wrong. It might. There can be a little bit of that in this, all right? You're not sure if it's what you want or not. Well, find out. You're safe to find out within the energy anyway. Don't do anything stupid, of course, right? Well, it's red with the 5 of Cups here. Yeah, the Page of Swords. Let it play out. This is my spying energy. What does it mean here? In this case, it's not always spying, the Page of Swords, okay? I could read this another way. There's another energy here. Red with this. Don't sell yourself short. Find out what will happen. It says the same thing. Even if it's the spying energy, find out what will happen before you get like this, okay? That's all I'm saying. And don't come at me and go, I'm a pessimist, I don't do this type of thing, or I'm never like that, or I'm never this. This specific set of frequencies can make you act out of character. If you're not normally someone who gets like this, you're usually like, I feel a Knight of Cups coming, I'm excited about it. You might not be in this. You will question whether it is your Nine of Cups or not. I see it here. Let's see what is coming at you. Because it's a Knight of Cups crossed by a Queen of Swords, and underneath that, fueling that Queen of Swords, is a Two of Wands. So this is, for a lot of you, it feels like it's something you once wanted, right? I don't like the feel of the Light Seer. I'm going to grab the Witches, which has an Ace of Swords at the bottom. I realized this had the Strength card, but it wasn't calling to me. Let's talk about the Knight of Cups here. All right. They're tricky. Energies are tricky. They create recipes. Each frequency is an ingredient. So when they come in, you've got to know what might happen within that. You got to draw from the past. People have short memories. I talk about that all the time. Well, companies, corporations, politicians count on the fact that you have a short memory, so they can tell you what happened, right? That's true. That's what they did. That's the psychology behind it. But in real life, in your life, with the things that have happened before, you've experienced this energy before. There's no need to react this way to it. Okay? Life is just a series of history repeating itself. That's what it is. And if we learn from that, we treat it differently when it comes back around. If we don't, if we have a short memory and we forget the last time this energy was around, well, then, shame on us. Shame on you. This is not a bad energy. You've experienced it before. Okay? But you're not sure if it's what you want or not. Let's see why. Let's see what's coming at you here with this Knight of Cups. I feel like it's a situation. Right? I feel like it's a situation. Let's see where we go. Or like my father's old fishing buddy used to call it, used to say, a situation. What the hell was that guy's name? I swear to God, my father used to go fishing. No lie. Used to go fishing with a guy named Billy Ralph. That was his name. Situation. Oh, man. The old days when life was simpler. All right. Knight of Cups. A lot of shuffling in this reading. It's tricky energy. It really is. It's crossed by the Four of Wands. It's a situation. You got a situation coming your way. A new one. A new path you can walk. A new friend. Something comes in that's for you. I don't know what it is. It could be a job offer. Could be an opportunity to make a new friend. It could be an opportunity to make a new love. It could be an opportunity to walk a new path. It could be an opportunity to take a trip. It's a happy new beginning. All right? And your reaction, because of this recipe of energy, might be this. My sugar cookie with cranberry is fucking delicious. But if you're not expecting the cranberry, you may think it's this is a really shitty sugar cookie, Steve. It's got some weird fucking shit going on. Oh, there's cranberry in it. Oh, well, why didn't you fucking say that? Right? See what I'm saying? It's a simple analogy. It's a stupid analogy, but it works. Right? I'm telling you, in advance, there's cranberry in the sugar cookie. All right? You're either it's almost like, it feels to me, for some of you, not all of you, a lot of times when this is pulling from history, what I remember of this, when these frequencies of energies have happened before, sometimes what happens is what you once wanted shows up, and you're not sure if you still want it because you're in a different place. Okay? Don't be afraid to reject it. Don't be afraid to say no, but don't get all pissy about it. Just let things, it's very important in this recipe of energies, what's around us right now, especially with the 12-12 portal coming up, which I'm going to pull on tomorrow. It's important that you let things play out. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Do what you want to do. Don't do anything. Just sit there and watch if you want to. But don't interfere with a bad attitude or something like that. Don't come at me and tell me my sugar cookie sucks without first finding out why it tastes different than other sugar cookies. You follow? I mean, I'm asking people to think laterally here. I mean, this is real energy reading. This is what energy readers do, right? But it's a real simple analogy. Why would you come at me assuming that this sucks? Why wouldn't you ask why it's a little different, right? It's like people that don't understand something or misunderstand something I say in a reading, and they get all offended and huffy, right? They come at me all offended and huffy. Why not just ask what I meant first to make sure you perceived it right? Right? Don't be so arrogant as to think that you're always right, but don't be so arrogant in this energy to think that, oh, I know what's going to happen here. You don't. This is going to play. You do not know what's going to happen. The surrounding energies are different than the last time this energy showed up. Okay? So, again, for some of you, it's what you once wanted shows up and you're not sure if you still want it. But for others of you, it's a new path presenting itself that may smell like another path. That may smell like an old path. You're not sure if you wanted it. Maybe it is what you ordered, but you're not sure, you know. Now that you get the chance to walk the path, you're not sure. Oh, gosh, it's getting real, right? All of a sudden, this Four of Wands, whatever it is for you, is getting real, okay? It is what it is. Find out. Once you understand whatever's going on here, it's a smooth thing, right? Just like once you understand, I put cranberry in the sugar, it's delicious, right? It's a delicious cookie. It's fantastic. But that sour will hit you if you're not expecting it, because you can't see it in there. It's weird. It doesn't turn red. It's very weird. All right, right here, Knight of Wands on top. Why is the Knight of Cups here? The Knight of Wands. Fast approaching, right? It's fast approaching. Life comes at you fast this week. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit you. It does. Life comes at you fast this week. It does. And allow yourself to drift into worst case scenarios. Allow yourself to whatever. Again, none of that is likely to happen. But if you're prepared for it, it's like I tell you, if you acknowledge it, right? You make a new friend. Don't go in blind. Don't blindly trust people. Just assume for a moment, acknowledge for a moment that this person may fuck me over in the future. If you acknowledge that, if they do, they may not, it probably won't. But if they do, you actually get hurt less, because you get the satisfaction, the dopamine release of being right. Oh, don't we love to be right, people, right? Oh, we love it. If we get a chance to say, I knew that was going to happen, right? We feel good. It lightens the Three of Swords. It doesn't mean you don't go on and walk the path with that person and have a friendship with them because they might fuck me over in the future. It just means you acknowledge that they might. You'd be surprised how many people make a new friend and never acknowledge that. And then the friend, by chance, happens to fuck them over later on. They get and they're devastated. I'm devastated. I never saw that coming. Yeah, well, that's your own fault then. History teaches us all the time that people will screw you over. We've been getting screwed over since first grade by somebody, right? Why do we forget? Because we have short memories. Why do most people not study history? Because they're afraid to look, right? And more than anything else, or they find it boring. I wouldn't find it boring. It's where wisdom comes from. Wisdom comes from the past. We can gain it in the present, provided we remember it, right? So at the end of the day here, life comes at you fast this week. This is coming in fast. All right? Don't fear it. It's fine. It's no big deal. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Page of Swords. Again, Page of Swords. Everything I just said just got backed up with that Page of Swords there. Everything I just said. All right? Again, it's the same card here. It backs up everything. This all ties to what I've already said. It's a feedback loop. It creates a feedback loop. Okay. So let's pull on the Page of Swords because the universe seems to want us to talk about it. Let's take the Four of Wands out. By the way, feeling that Four of Wands was an Empress. It's pretty wild energy. That's pretty good. So it's a week for you to not fear the worst case scenarios, but acknowledge that they could happen. It's a week that comes at you fast. It's walking a new path, doing a new thing, meeting a new person, doing whatever. For some of you, it's something that you once wanted that you're not sure you still want. Well, it's possible. Or for some of you, it could be something you didn't even know you wanted, right? You didn't even know you wanted it or needed it. The internet is a great example of that. Boy, they shoved it down our throats. I know some of you aren't old enough to have been alive when the internet was first being out there, but they shoved it down our throats with billions of dollars in TV ads that we needed this fucking thing. Oh my God. And for a while, everybody was like, no, we don't. What the hell we need this for? You know, up until the internet, computers were just those things at school that you made X snowmen with and then printed out. Right, you put the X's in a little pattern and you'd print out the snowman. That's what everybody thought computers were for. Occasionally you'd play Sneakers, a video game that was on the Apple IIc or some shit like that. Right? You know, the internet's a good example of something we didn't know we needed that we told we did. It certainly was a situation coming our way too. Right here, Page of Swords. This is a bit of that for some of you. Why is the Page of Swords here? I made many X snowmen and printed them out on some sort of Epson dot matrix printer, as I recall. It used to make a shitload of noise. Zzz, zzz. It had the little holes on the side of the paper. Oh, God. Jesus. All right. There was the what was the other game? There was Sneakers in the early days, and there was another one that the kids were playing, Castle Wolfenstein, I think it was called, or something like that. I don't know. I just remember those two things. I remember Sneakers though. Why is the and the snowman? Right? Why is the Page of Swords here twice? Okay, let's go. I run out of shit to tell you. I mean, but everything I'm saying is part of the energy. All right. In the beginning, the internet was met with this. It kind of was. People it was met with apathy. People were like, "What do I need this fucking shit for? What do I want to see Bob's Repair?" It was all just a bunch of rinky-dink little websites, web pages, Bob's Repair Shop. And Los Angeles and Florida were covered with telemarketing rooms selling businesses web pages that they didn't know they needed, right? With scare tactics in the sales pitch of, oh, if you don't get a web page, you're going to go out of business. I mean, everybody get a web page now. Really? We don't even have half of them didn't even have the internet to see the finished product. You know, at the end of the day here, Page of Swords, crossed by the world. But, you know, some would say the internet worked out okay. I would say it didn't, but most psychologists would say it didn't. But either way, here we are. YouTube, right? The world. The times they are a-changing, let them. It's the most powerful card I can pull. It's representing a new energy. We're moving into it fast this week. We got the 12-12 portal this week. That makes sense. The 12-12 portal activates the energetic new year of the 11-11 portal last month. Abso-fucking-lutely. Off we go, kids. Okay? Times they are changing. All I could hear here is Bob Dylan. Right? All right. What's on top? The times they are changing, the magician, and changing fast. It's what I said. The whole thing is a feedback loop, so this is probably just going to back up my reading. Why is the magician here? The Page of Pentacles. What you've learned in the past will serve you well moving into this. And I just my student, and I just got done talking about people have short memories. People don't study history, right? And before you get on me and think I'm talking about world events or anything, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about in your life. People don't spot the patterns in their own life. Just what happens to you. Okay? Everything is energy. Everything, and energy is measured in cycles. It goes around, and some cycles are bigger than others, some cycles are smaller than others, right? A day is 24 hours. That's a cycle. The earth spins and the sun comes back around 24 hours later to where it was in the spot that you started counting or looking at it. Right, that's one cycle. It's a short cycle. But we also go around the sun, 365.25 blah, blah, blah days, right? That's a longer cycle. So sometimes things come around, they take a while. Whatever's happening right now is a little bit of history repeating in your life, and that's why you've got this. That's why you feel this way about it, okay? It's just a little bit. All right. It is what it is. What you've learned... You know everything will be all right because it's happened before and you know how to handle it, whatever it is. For some of you, it's a health issue. For others of you, it's a person. For others, it's going to play out differently. You're all snowflakes. For others of you, it's a job. For others of you, it's just a situation or a situation, to honor the late, great Billy Ralph. I don't even know if that was his real name, to be honest with you. Lots of people where I grew up just had names that people call. I mean, it's really weird, but that was his name. That's a real guy. I remember he had a foot odor problem or something. He was always, I don't know. I just remember strange things about him. Anyway, maybe that helps you. Maybe your old foot odor problem is coming back. There's some reason Billy Ralph is popping into this reading for somebody. I have no idea why. But it's possible one of your dad's old friends is showing up. I have no idea. Five of Cups. Why is it here? Tell me about this. Yeah. Victory. Relax. Victory. Six of Wands. Right? Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be fine. Okay? You may have some kind of reaction to this energy. We've talked about it. I'm not going to go over it again. It is what it is. And don't come at me and say, I'm never like this. This set of frequencies will have you acting out of character. It may. Maybe you won't now because I've told you about it. If you acknowledge an energy, you take control of it. You acknowledge it. People spend so much time with their heads in the sand not acknowledging things. And they wonder why they get hurt or why they're slowed down or why their life never goes anywhere. Why is this? You just acknowledge the shit that's going on around you. Whatever it is. That's all. Right? I mean, it is what it is. Everything's going to be fine. The energy around the Five of Cups is victory. It's silly. It's nonsense. You're being silly. Okay? I know. You're not sure. Fine. Something comes in. You're not sure if you want it still. You ordered it, but you're not sure if you want it. Fine. That's perfectly, who cares, right? Try to take a who cares attitude. You know, I told you, think about the worst case scenarios this week, right? Because life comes at you fast. We got new paths, we got new cycles. The world was crossing here. Try to imagine, try to dream about the worst case scenarios, right? And at the end of the day, if you acknowledge those, I think you'll figure out that it doesn't really matter if they happen anyway. You're not afraid of it, right? If nothing else, whatever is happening here will teach you something. And that's always a vibration raiser when we learn something. It's the lessons we refuse to learn that cancel out any chance we have of becoming wise, right? Wisdom comes from acquired things as we go through life, but we have to retain it. It's not wisdom if we forget it, right? So, at the end of the day here, my nose is running like a DM today. At the end of the day, you're not afraid if it happens anyway. If you acknowledge this energy that's here. What's on top? Three Swords. It's all going to be bad. Why is the Five of Cups here? Because it feels like something. It feels like, oh, this is going to go wrong. This is going to go wrong. I'm exaggerating the energy a little bit. I don't think you're going to say that, but it is how it feels to me. It's a nothing pleases energy. There is that sort of energy there. Okay? Why's the Three Swords here? Justice. Okay? What's actually happening is a rebalancing on something. For most of you, I kind of feel it this way, even though there's a few different energies here. For most of you, this is a week that comes at you fast, but there's movement in something that had been stuck. Okay? There's finally movement in something that had been stuck. The universe is rebalancing some things. You're getting some justice. It may feel like you're not, but that's just a silly byproduct of this energy. Right? That's the sour taste in the back of the sugar cookie. All right? It's actually a really good cookie. You got nothing to worry about here. If nothing else, you learn something from it, but also what you've learned from the past will help you. During the period where it's been stuck, whatever it is, where it hasn't been moving, it might be something you've been trying to do, and the best you could say is, I've been trying to do this. You know, that's the best you could say. During that, though, you had a learning curve. Hopefully, the universe is saying, hopefully you learned the lesson. Because those lessons, as we move on the journey, will serve you. What the magician learns, right, the apprentice, what he learns from the master serves him on his journey. He or she, of course. So, that's it. I mean, it's the easiest way I can explain the energy. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. Remember, I didn't take it out, but there was the world crossing there. I don't know where it is. It's all buried in the deck now. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Anything else the universe wants to tell you? One card, the crossing card. Maybe it just wants to talk to one person here at the end. It is what it is. You get very powerful. And I've taught you this going back since the day I got here on YouTube about having no expectations, about being neutral. It makes you Superman or girl. Makes you all powerful, right? Shit just bounces right off you, right? It's like if you were to start a YouTube channel and you were foolish enough to assume that everyone's going to like you, right? Everyone's going to love me. You'd get hurt. It would be a disastrous 5 of Cups and 3 Swords for you, because they won't. All right, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Maybe just one person here. I don't know. We'll see. I know that 5 of Cups came back. It's at the bottom. The 8 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. The universe, this is a message for me. The universe is saying, the universe is saying, no matter what I say, it doesn't matter. Somebody here, it's what I just said. It's like you start a YouTube channel and you think that everyone's going to like you, or everyone's going to understand what you're saying. I never did. I always took it neutral. If anything, I leaned more toward everyone was going to dislike me. I was blown away in the first month to get 13,000 fucking subscribers. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Are these people on crack? I'm like, whatever. But at the end of the day, it was a pleasant surprise. But here, 8 of Swords crossed by the 5 of Cups. It is inevitable that if you fixate on this energy, if you think too much about this, that you will freak out. Okay? You will end up in this 5 Cups and 3 Swords if you at all over obsess about this 4 of Wands when it shows up. It shows up fast. That means you got to make a fast decision. We don't make fast decisions in 8 Swords. And that will bring that into reality, that 5 of Cups. Okay? So be careful. All right? Keep that in mind. You got a new beginning, but it flares up very quickly here with the Ace of Wands. That's the final message to you from the universe. It is what it is. And it's kind of to me. A reminder that no matter what I say, someone's going to fuck this up. And I know. I just try to help prevent it. Right? All you got to do is acknowledge things. We tend to be prone, especially I see it in the younger generations, they're prone to bury their heads in the sand. It feels like that energetically. It's more a self-focus. It's more can't take their nose out of the smartphone kind of a thing. It's a problem. We need to stop that. We need to take a look around a little bit. This energy gives you a chance to do that, and the moment you pick your head up, something's going to hit you in the face. So you're going to have to, whatever it is, deal with it. All right? Move forward with it. Comes in very quickly. For some of you, it's a cold, hard truth about something. That points you in a new direction, but it brings great change with it. But you're going to have to make a fast decision. I didn't even know that was there, and there it is. Huge change. It's an important decision, but it's also important that you make it fast. That's your reading. I've done my best. I hope this isn't you. Okay, I hope not. There's no need. All right. Just enjoy the ride. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Good luck.